everyone, and welcome back to the Kanata channel. My name is Catherine. I'm one of the education consultants here at Kanata Education, and this is part 2 of our segment called Valuable Insights by Experts. Hi, Regine.
Hi, Miss Catherine.
So, are you ready for our next 2 cases?
Yes, ready here.
Alright.
Okay, so case number 2, the career shifter seeking practical education.
Our last case.
So, case number 4, Filipino international student in Canada who is concerned about study life balance.
Let's say for this one, business or administrative assistant. And then mag-shift siya into information technology. So, hindi naman siya required na kailangan IT talaga yung background.
Hindi siya required. So, we have a lot of students na ginawa yun, na nag-career shift sila pagdating sa KPU, sa Canada. So, that's, we are very open sa ganong setup na mag-change sila ng career.
That IT right now is a very high demand programs kasi nag-change ngayon si Canada in terms of PGWP eligible programs, right? And one of them is the information technology.
So, yun, may mga support kami and we also do have our Facebook group for Filipino students so they can already network with their fellow Pinoys prior to coming to Canada.
And one tip or advice, huwag kayo mahiya guys kasi di ba, Filipinos are very shy. So you need to learn how to speak up, be friendly, di ba? Kasi this is going to be a new life for you and it's going to be a very exciting one. Siyempre, halo-halo yung nararamdaman. May kaba, may takot, may excitement. But you have to look at it as if this is going to be a very beautiful journey. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Kanata channel. My name is Catherine. I'm one of the education consultants here at Kanata Education and this is part 2 of our segment called Valuable Insights by Experts. And if you haven't seen it yet, you can watch part 1 where we discussed cases of students or situations by students, probably same na experience nyo, same questions, same doubts and all that. So click on this link and you can watch part 1. And now we have part 2. We still have Miss Regine Molina de Leon. She's the in-country representative manager of Kwantlen Polytechnic University located in Metro Vancouver in British Columbia. Hi, Regine.
Hi, Miss Catherine.
So, are you ready for our next 2 cases?
Yes, ready.
Alright, so we have these 2 cases. You can choose bilang Miss Universe.
Wala lang. Okay, so case number 2, the career shifter seeking practical education.
Okay, so for this case, we have a character named Angela. She's 27 years old. She's a solo applicant and she's working as an administrative assistant in the Philippines for 5 years. But she feels like stuck in her career. Aren't we all? Diba? Parang, yun naman usually kadalasan nararamdaman natin. So she wants to shift into a more technical field such as business analytics or information technology. So she's asking what program we can recommend for her that is PGWP eligible programs at KPU.
So, yung mga tech-related programs ngayon, very, very in demand siya in British Columbia specifically. So, at KPU, we offer, let's say for example, Computer Information Systems. It's a diploma program for 2 years. And then we have our new program, it's Front-End Development for Interactive Applications. So, yung Front-End Development, it's for web design and application design. So, very profitable din yun in Canada. Kasi lahat ngayon, more on websites na, di ba? More on applications na. So, we need more professionals in that field. And we also have IT for, let's say, for example, K-12 graduate and then looking for tech-related careers or programs. We have Information Technology, which is a bachelor's degree program. And kung graduate na sila ng college and they wanted to explore postgraduate opportunities, we have operations and supply chain management. Although under business side siya, it's not totally puro business lang. So, very broad yung supply chain ni KPU. Meron siyang information systems na aspect, meron siyang project management aspect, meron din siyang marketing, it also has supply chain management and operations. So, very broad siya. Pwede siya sa kahit anong profession or any work background in the past.
Okay, so KPU isn't very strict in terms of, you know, when shifting careers and ang background ni student hindi aligned doon sa, let's say for this one business or administrative assistant, and then mag-shift siya into information technology. So hindi naman siya required na kailangan IT talaga yung background niya.
Hindi siya required. So, we have a lot of students na ginawa yon na nag-career shift sila pagdating sa KPU and sa Canada. So, that's, we are very open sa ganong setup na mag-change sila ng career. That's totally fine. For as long as kaya nilang i-justify yung reason nila kung bakit sila nag-change ng career or program when they apply for a student visa, which Canada will be able to help students during their visa application.
Yeah. Yes, definitely we will be assisting you with your visa application. That's why we're here. Especially with your statement of purpose or study plan. Huwag kayong mag-alala. Very creative kami dito sa Canada. Kung ano man yung makwento nyo about your work experience and even your education background, gagawin namin ng paraan yan to connect doon sa inaayin yung program at KPU. And I actually wanted to highlight then, guys, as you mentioned earlier, that IT right now is a very high demand programs kasi nag-change ngayon si Canada in terms of PGWB eligible programs, right? And one of them is the information technology. Can you tell us if you have any insights about the IT industry in Metro Vancouver? Ano yung mga job opportunities and how big is the demand for IT?
So, IT, as you mentioned, very popular siya ngayon in Vancouver. And yung maganda kasi sa IT, you don't have to go to Vancouver City just to find career opportunities. Kahit nasa Metro Vancouver ka, may mga career opportunities for IT. And just to mention lang din yung magandang PR pathway for them, it's the BCP and PTech. Our students, our audience can research more about BCP and PTech. And once na enrolled na kayo sa KPU or admitted na kayo sa KPU, we also do provide immigration counseling or immigration advising kasi we have our in-house RCIC at KPU. So, yung mga immigration-related questions nyo, ano bang magandang PR pathway sa akin as an international student, we can definitely help them.
Yeah. Actually, this is what I advise my students. Just a disclaimer, guys, we are not immigration consultants, so we cannot give advice about permanent residency pathways, but you need to take advantage of the services offered by the school kasi ito yung lagi kong sinasabi sa students. Once you get in Canada or naka-enroll ka na, you check with the services available para sila rin yung nagsasabi sa'yo, okay, eto na yung program mo, eto na, sila na yung, alam mo na ngayon, may plan ka na ngayon for your permanent residency. Hindi pwedeng punta ka lang doon, tapos aral-aral, tapos trabaho, tapos hindi mo alam, dapat gawa ka rin ng plan for your PR, di ba? Okay, so I think that's for Angela about career shifting. Now, let's move on to our last case. Miss Regina, I'll hand it to you.
So, case number 4, Filipino international student in Canada who is concerned about study-life balance.
Okay, so we have here Ryan, who's 20 years old and getting ready for his study in Canada in KPU. He's worried about adjusting to a new environment, managing academics, and working part-time. He wants to know how KPU supports Filipino international students in maintaining a good study-life balance. I think it was also already mentioned in the first part of the video about the student support services offered at KPU. I guess I want to ask, like, how big is the Filipino international students community at KPU?
So, right now, we are in the top 5 of the largest student population at KPU. And I would say na very tight-knit yung KPU Filipino community. Even before, during the pandemic until now, magkakakilala sila, friends sila even outside school. And they are their support group, as I've mentioned, and a network na din. Kasi sometimes sila mismo yung nag-refer ng mga part-time or full-time jobs with their fellow Filipino students. And even housing. Kasi kailangan meron ka din kilala or connection who are already there in Canada who can assist you or help you finding a safe and malapit na housing sa campus. So, yun yung importance din ng Filipino community namin. And we are very, very proud of our Filipino students kasi nag-excel sila academically. And even outside, they do volunteer works kapag merong Filipino activities. Like last year, they had an activity in Burnaby, BC. So, andon yung mga Filipino community, not just from KPU, but from other clubs and organizations. So, nakapag-network sila sa ibang Filipino doon sa BC.
Yeah. I also want to ask, prior to coming to Canada, is there already a support the students can get from KPU? Kasi syempre important din na malaman nila, okay, you mentioned about housing. Mahahanap ko lang ba yung housing once I get there? Syempre, paano pag bago pa lang ako pumunta? What could be the process? How does KPU can help students prior to coming to Canada?
Right. So prior to coming to Canada, we have a lot of resources posted on our website, like for housing. We also have regarding insurance. Pero for prior going to Canada, we also have a series of webinars for international students. Meron siya about housing, insurance, what to pack, what to bring to Canada.
Pre-departure orientation.
Pre-departure orientation. And then bukod pa yung pinaka-orientation namin for all international students. So may mga ganun kaming virtual orientations. And as soon as they get admitted at KPU, they can already avail of our advising services like academic advising, not just immigration advising. We also do have academic advising, like what courses to take in their first semester. Kasi important din yun, yung course timeline nila para mas ma-plan nila ahead.
Course is the subjects.
Course is the subject.
To be clear,
yes. So, in Canada, we call the subjects courses. And then yung course, like dito, we call it program.
Nyo, yun yung program.
Yes, oo. So, yun yung mga terminologies natin in Canada. So, yun, may mga support kami and we also do have our Facebook group for Filipino students. So, they can already network with their fellow Pinoys prior to coming to Canada.
And one tip or advice, huwag kayong mahiya, guys. Kasi di ba, Filipinos are very shy.
Yes.
So, you need to learn how to speak up, be friendly, di ba? Kasi this is going to be a new life for you and it's going to be a very exciting one. Siyempre, halo-halo yung nararamdaman. May kaba, may takot, may excitement. But you have to look at it as if this is going to be a very beautiful journey. You're going to learn a lot. So you have to take advantage of the resources you mentioned. And also, yung dito man just challenge yung yung communication skills mo and at the same time yung socialization mo. Yes. Diba? So you have to take advantage of this services offer that the school at KPU. Okay, I also want to ask, extracurricular activities. Do you have like any examples aside from the ones you mentioned earlier? Like anong klaseng activities usually yung meron sa KPU?
Sometimes meron mga program-specific activities or events and then they need volunteers like ushers, yung mga mag-a-assist sa students. And then aside from that, yung na-mention ko kanina na peer mentor, parang siyang body system. So, pagdating nila ng second year, sila naman yung mag-a-assist dun sa mga new students sa campus. And aside from that, for example, for convocation, kailangan din nila ng mga volunteer students. So, that's very important na mag-show up sila sa mga ganong klaseng volunteer work. And for specific clubs and organizations then, like for KPU Pinoy, they have their own set of officers nag-elect sila ng officers, and then yung mga officers na yun, sila yung nag-organize ng mga events inside and outside the campus.
I see. So, ang dami pwede nyo gawin. Hindi kayo mananawa. Wala rin kayong mga, ang tawag dito, idle time. So, you have so many options. You have so many things to do in Vancouver, at KPU. There's so many things. So, why don't you, Regine, invite everyone for your application? Are you still open for September 2025? Are you guys open now for January?
Yeah, so I wanted to invite all of you to consider applying at Kwantlen Polytechnic University. We are currently waiving the application fee until end of this year, December 31, 2025. So just feel free to reach out to Kanata regarding your application. We're still open for fall, September 2025. And we have opened our applications for next year already, which is spring, January 2026. So we hope that we'll see you as the next Filipino international student at KPU through Kanata. And we hope you start your journey as early as possible, and we'll be very happy to assist you.
Okay, thank you so much, Regine, for being with us here today. I hope you guys learned a lot from this segment. And if you guys have further questions, you can always contact us on our Facebook. All our social media pages are posted down the link in the description box. You can also contact Ms. Regine. I'll put her email address in the description box below. So if you have any other cases you want to ask or situations you have to ask, just comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.